How many of you will speak Creole? Or from Haiti, or your parents are from Haiti? Okay, some people like attention, and I'm one of those people. And then when I'm talking to tell you the truth is very important. When anybody's talking to you, you pay attention by looking at the person in the eye, and that's how you learn. So it's nothing personal, but it's really something that's good for you. My name again is Claudia Gallard. I am a commissioner in North Miami Beach. I am from Haiti. I came here in 1981. A lot of places like from Haiti, not knowing English, not knowing anything at all. I came here, I was 21 years old. And my first job here was at the police department. I was a police officer for 28 years. I worked at the City of Miami Police Department. You know, young lady at 21 years old, coming from Haiti, not knowing anything. But I had a dream. I wanted to serve. And you know, I worked towards it, going to school and stuff like that. In 1986, I applied for the City of Miami Police Department. I wasn't a citizen, so I couldn't be a police officer, but that's what I wanted. So I had to put my time in, you know, and started as a public service aide. I went to an academy for 3 months, and then, you know, I became public service aide in 1990. Once I became a citizen, I was able to apply, since I was already there, to be a police officer. So I worked there until December 2014. Basically, the reason I'm telling you that wherever you are, it's possible. There is nothing that's impossible in life. You just have to stay focused on what you're doing, and then you can make it. If I came here at 21 years old, I mean, it's not a big deal, but it is a big deal at the same time. To be a police officer here, you have to have a good background. You know, not a criminal record. You have to stay in school. You have to have at least a high school diploma. And you really have to love people to do police work, even though you take people to jail and stuff like that. But me as a police officer for 17 years, I was serving the children. I used to go to school. For 17 years, the police department paid me with the police car, my uniform and everything. And I'm sure you've seen my pictures before. If I show you my picture, you want to see me before. For 17 years, I was teaching crime prevention. You know, there, drug abuse resistance education. I don't know if you know anything about it. And the gang prevention was great. Gang resistance education and training. So those are the things that I do, and I feel proud, and I feel like I'm serving, because I'm serving young people, telling them how to stay out of trouble, how you can be a productive citizen. So after I did 28 years, I retired. I have a pension now. So whatever you want is possible in life. You just have to know what you want. You have to have a plan. Before you have a plan, you have to have an idea of what you want. Then you have a plan. You put it on paper, and you follow it. You follow what you want. Don't let kids, don't let friends turn you around to take you away from what your dreams are. It's important. And whatever you want to do, you can do it. Don't let anybody tell you it's not possible. You know? And when people tell you it's not possible, you have to push yourself and say, yes it is. And I'm going to do it. And that's the way it is. If you're here, that means you know it's possible. Okay? So after I left the city, I ran for office. You know, I'm sure if I show you my picture, say, yeah, I've seen her before. How many of you have seen me before? Nobody? Okay. If I show you a picture, yeah, I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you a picture. Once I show you the picture, this is just what I like to do. Once I show you the picture, say, yeah, I've seen that picture before. Right? So, and I just want you, how many of you have seen this picture?
Oh,
shoot!
no, I've seen it
I know, that's what happened. You know, I'm a substitute teacher, and I go to JFK, and I'm telling the people, the kids, yeah, I'm sure you've seen my picture before. How many of you know me? Nobody knows me. When I show them the picture, oh yeah, I see this picture everywhere. So yeah, that's me. I know I'm bigger on the picture, but that's me. Anyway, so now I'm a commissioner in North Miami Beach. We are seven elected officials, 6 commissioners, and 1 mayor. We are in charge of the city of North Miami Beach, making decisions on what's going on, how the city should be operating. So I went to the election, as you saw my picture, and I had a big billboard, maybe you've seen it too. And now I am a commissioner. We have 4 Haitian American commissioners for the first time in history. So those of you who are the Haitian background say, yeah, you know, because we have 4 Haitian for the first time in history, 91 years in North Miami Beach, who are making decisions on a great city. This is a great city. It's
Multicultural.
And multicultural, you know, diverse. So it's like right now, you can do it. You have to know that you're in a position. Once you're in school, that's important. You can do it. And I tell my kids, I have 3 children. I have 3 girls, 133, 130, and 120. And I tell my daughter who's 30, she's a police officer now. I didn't tell her to go, but she's been there for 6 years. She's in North Miami. But I tell them that stay in school. If you do anything in life, I know some people say, I want to be a basketball player, football player, and all this. But the first thing that you need to do, you need to stay in school. Acquire education. You know, that's what you take with you wherever you go. Okay? I tell my kids to get an education, to stay in school. That's what I did. I stay in school. I came here from Haiti. First of all, I have an AA degree from Miami-Dade. I stayed there forever. I can tell you how many years before I got that AA degree. But I got it at the end. And then I have a bachelor's degree in public administration from Baylor University. You know? I have a master's degree. Sir, good morning, sir. Good morning. And then, you know, if anybody can tell you how the police work, this was my TA, not training advisor, but he was the what were you, sir?
That was a long time ago.
I'm not that old, sir. Come on.
No, Brian.
But he used to tell us to show us how to fight. What is it?
Driving, defensive driving.
Oh, driving, you
defensive
to driving, yes. When I was in the police academy, he was our instructor, teaching us how to drive. So, but I'm telling you that he is the one, he's the witness of what I used to do. Anyway, so this is, I have a bachelor's degree in public administration, and I have a master's degree in early childhood education. Because I love working with kids. I feel like when I work with children, I make a difference. And then, you know, you are important in society. Usually we hear like, you're the future, but we have to work with you today. We can't wait for the future to tell you or to guide you in where to go. Because if we wait for the future, we're not going to have a future. So that's why you are important in society. You need to start getting involved now. I know I've seen a lot of things that you guys do, you know, involving in the community service. That's really important. Give back to the community. Just give yourself. Find something to do. Find a senior to work. I know it's now with COVID, it's not too much you can do to go around and help. I'm not going to push you to say go outside and do things. But whatever it is that you can do to make a difference, make a difference. It's very important. So this is me. I'm the liaison for education committee in the city of North Miami Beach. This is my first school visiting, you know, this is a kickoff party because I'm going to be visiting all the schools around. And I am so happy, I'm so blessed. I'm so proud to be here today to talk to you. You know, I can talk all day, but if you need anything, I'm sorry. I'm so happy to see the principal to bring me here. I know it's not easy now to really visit school, but I'm going to leave you my cards. If anything, if you need anything, or if you need a person to talk to, you know, background as police officer, if you want to be a police officer, I mean, you can talk to me, I'll give you advice. You know, if you want to get involved in politics, you can talk to me again, I'll give you advice. But the first thing that you need to do, you need to know your civic education. You need to get involved, you need to do community service, you need to know why you're doing certain things. You know, it's important. Don't just sit in the corner and say, I'm not getting involved. And then when you turn 18, you have to vote. And then local government is very important because that's where you live. You need to know how City of North Miami Beach operates if you live in the City of North Miami Beach. You need to know your commissioners. You need to know your mayor. You never know. Tomorrow it might be one of you replacing me, and I would love to see that. You know, because I like to leave legacies. I like, you know, the young people that I used to work with, a lot of them now, doctors, you know, attorneys, they're all over the place in the army and stuff like that. And when they see me, they say, Officer Bernard, because of you, I didn't do drugs. Officer Bernard, I can hear when you're telling us, don't get involved in gangs. If today I don't do certain things, it's because of you. I feel so proud. what I want you to get out there with all your might and make a difference. It's very important. Thank you so much for listening to me. God bless you. Thank you so much. Thank you. I don't know.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.